Hi, my name is Tara from the Glengarry Historical Society. The Glengarry Historical Society offers a speaker series every year, and this is the first of what I hope to be many segments where we get a chance, a little sneak peek at what one of our speakers, our upcoming speakers, is going to talk about at our next presentation. So today, it is my pleasure to welcome Donaldson MacLeod, who will be speaking for the Glengarry Historical Society on October 1st. He's going to be talking to us. He's got two presentations in an hour, so each presentation is about half an hour long. The first is about the 50 years of the James Bay project, and the second is a history of the Trans-Canada Highway. So I thought, Donaldson, maybe we could talk a little bit about the first one first. So 50 years of the James Bay project. Could you tell us a little bit about what this presentation will be on? And also, I think there's some firsts that happened in this project that you could tell us about.
Yes, the James Bay Road was built for the hydroelectric project by Quebec, and our claim to fame was 450 miles of road and 450 days of first-class highways.
A mile a day.
And I was fortunate enough to be the project manager for the Society de Development de la Baie James for the project. Among the first in this project was the first use of what's now called performance-graded asphalt. It was a new theory then, and the James Bay project was used as a testing ground to see its validity. And it was very successful, and is now the basis of most asphalt used in Canada.
Wow.
And then we were since we were starting from a brand new road, we were able to jumpstart some of the more modern features in the highways. For one, with the yellow center line. It used to be a white center line, but we changed. They were just coming in that they were thinking of going to yellow because yellow showed up better in the snow.
Oh.
So we used the center line as yellow center line. It was the first major highway to use the center line. And at the time it was coming into the project was the change from to the metric system. The road was actually built in the old imperial system in miles, feet and yards, but it was signed as metric in kilometers. And it was the first major road to be signed in kilometers in Canada.
My goodness. So it's thanks to the James Bay project that we have improved asphalt, yellow lines.
Yes, I'd say probably the most important one is the asphalt.
Yeah.
The other two were coming in. We were the first to use it.
Okay.
And then the other project was that I'll be talking about is the history of the Trans-Canada Highway.
Yeah.
And it was in the books for over 100 years before it was ever built. And it basically was built with federal funds and matching funds with the provinces. And there's still current today, there's still quite a bit of bickering between the provinces and the federal government.
Yeah.
And one good example is the road through Terra Nova National Park in Newfoundland. Newfoundland couldn't afford to build the rest of the road.
Oh.
So the federal government created Terra Nova National Park.
Oh.
And then the road was built through the parks that the parks paid for the road.
Oh, isn't that smart?
And there were all kinds of other bickerings. One of the more famous ones was that W.A.C. Bennett, the Premier of British Columbia, opened the road a week before the rest of the highway so he could claim that it was his project. Or at least through BC, but it was really a shared project with the federal government.
Oh,
but he wanted to upstage John Diefenbaker and the general and the main opening.
Oh my gosh! So there we have it. We're already joined with Donaldson on October 1st, and we can hear more stories about the James Bay project and the history and the bickering that came along with the Trans-Canada Highway. Thank you, Donaldson.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. So you tell me your swearing story.
Tell us your swearing story.
When I went to James Bay, I had Ontario High School French. Plus a little bit because I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan, and I used to watch the hockey games in French because they were only televised in French. So my speed was a little bit better than high school. But when I first arrived at James Bay, I was about the only English-speaking person in 5,000 people, and they said, "Well, you'll either be here for 2 weeks or you'll be here for the project. It depends if you adapt to French." But so I learned really in total immersion in French on a work site, so I can swear with the best of them. So somebody asked me how my French was, and they said, "Well, you swear like a real trooper."
You certainly got the swearing down pat. That's a great way to learn.
Yeah.
That's a great story. That's an awesome story.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that. That's awesome.